So here we are with episode 12, the final episode of Villainess Level 99. Last episode, Patrick confessed to Yumiella and he gave her a peck on the lips. Good for him. And now we're about to go to war with like the Demon Lord and all that, and you know, we're also drafting high schoolers to go to the war as well, so you know, nothing like a little bit of child soldier, am I right? I also like to assume that the Demon Lord is maybe just a reasonable guy, you know, like maybe the Valschien people took over his land and now he's pissed off and that's why he's aiming at them specifically. Who knows? We'll just have to see in this final episode. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access to the next show, the next community poll in the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Alright. No opening, maybe? I thought that was a toilet bowl for some reason. Punitive force. But now that it's open? We'll see ya. We'll see ya. Look at that. Oh, so that's why she's wearing it. It's like his own little lucky charm, huh? You know, see, initially I thought Ronald was the dad, right? I thought that that was Yumiella's dad, because like they showed Ronald and Rita side by side, but then that was just Ronald. But then we saw Yumiella's dad in the last episode, and you know, I already made my point on how like all these blonde dudes look like each other in this anime. The blonde, all the blondes, honestly, the man and the woman. Alright, he's using his new spear that he's got from Yumiella. You know, we've got the Demon Lord's dark dragons. The background of that first scene, nobody was moving. Damn! All this time hanging out with you, and he just knows he bopped that dragon a little bit too hard. It's kind of a shitty castle, you know? The demon lord's just a homeless man. Y'all destroyed my castle before, now you're coming to do it again? I need to know, cause like, it's an important event. Technically. Oh, okay. Interesting. I know that he has like a golden bracelet and all that, but like, what if people just like don't notice it, you know? He's flying on like they're looking at his like right side, they don't see like his left arms with the golden bracelet on it, they just shoot him. You know, I'm surprised the door still works. Consider how decrepit this place is. It does look like a light bulb. She needs to do all the work. That's right. What if she doesn't want to marry Edward? Of a rather large domain. Yeah, because of all the fog and all that. Bizarrely, I wonder why. Okay, so that's what he was doing in episode 2, I think? Or is that, no, it's episode 1. Oh, wow, an automatic door. How nice. Oh, is this the Demon Lord? The Demon Lord's got a high EQ going on right now. Royalty of Valschien. Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah, he's got beef with the Valschiens, right? Ice swing, big sword. Oh shit, dude. He's dueling whips, dude. He's an Elden Ring player. Damn, just one hit and the fucking amulets just I just said an omelet. Amulet. Wow. Weren't high enough? I thought that they were supposed to be. Unless the Demon Lord has also been training. You know, what if he's also level 99? Alicia's just in the middle. Hey. She just pushed her. Literally just pushed her out. Very interesting. Oh, cracks his helmet. He's also a dark-haired individual. Damn, this man's pale as fuck. He has not gone out in the sun in like years. To the former human me. How this nation came to be. Oh, here's the real story out here. Of course. And then that's why there's a... And then that's why there's a dark... That's why they say dark hair is no good. Understandable. Yeah, they want to cover their dark history. Okay. Been keeping it a secret this whole time. Things are different now. Oh. Mm-hmm. But there is still some good in the world. The age-old arguments and all that. Doesn't mean that they can't change for the better, you know? He's been waiting for this opportunity. Come on now. Mm-hmm. Man's been waiting for this. Wow, look at fucking Edwin in Oh shit, he's making a black hole! What if we get two black holes together? A face of sadness, eh? To be set free, essentially. Damn, he just fell right into the black hole! Holy shit. Yeah, it is. I thought there was like two black holes for some reason. Wow, look at her. She saved everybody. Congrats. Yeah, you guys were fucking useless. Yeah, and like, but like, now that we know the real story, like, no. She's just like, I don't want to get married to you. Oh, did Alicia stab her? Yeah, because she's the hidden boss. You know, I thought about that. I was just like, isn't the game just gonna be like, alright. Oh, it's a good thing she has an amulet of protection. Jesus Christ. Thank God Patrick told her to wear one. Alright, time to do stabby stab. She is the hidden boss. The game is compelling me to kill. Death! Death! The fact that I was standing right in front of her. Uh-huh. Understandable. You could have died there. Whew! Yeah, good thing Patrick told you. Does that mean that she'll be... Oh my god. She's also buff right now, too. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Right in the back of the head! The only possible explanation. That's right. But it's much more believable. Man's already dead. Yep, she's just gonna keep coming after her until you know, the only way... Well, I was gonna say throw hands, but her strength is low 99. Give her a kiss. The power of friendship. She's just orchestrating this event. Yeah, the power of love and friendship. Let's go. Oh my god, they're all just gonna... Y'all fucking losers out here. Oh my god! The power of love! Oh my god! Clap, 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 clap. What the fuck? I don't know. Maybe, don't show your back to her ever again, you know? It could activate at any time, you know? It's like Order 66. Yeah, nothing like a little beat 'em up, you know? This is a Villainess Level 99 warrior. Sorry for stabbing you in the back. Uh-huh. Yeah, you just want to let them have the glory, you know? You could literally wipe every one of these out. Oh, Patrick's flying on over. Look at all those gems, dude. Just gotta make sure to bump them all together. How nice of her to be helping people out. Damn right. The punitive force. I don't know why, that just makes me laugh. The danger is gone! That old man's getting a drink out here. Ooh! A lot of things that I didn't expect happen. Oh yeah, okay. You guys didn't have to report that. That's right. He's actually on the dragon. Well, he was riding it as well. Anyways. Since I can't level up, I'm finding rare loot. Okay, they just had that scene to linger. Okay, well, that is the finale. It went, you know, other than one part in particular that was Yumiella sort of didn't expect, but overall everything went pretty swimmingly. You know, good for them and all that. But alright, we're gonna head right back to the center. Alright, so that was the final episode of Villainess Level 99. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was, a pretty good, maybe alright ending, you know, as I said. Other than like one bumpy road, everything went out rather smoothly, but that is to be considered when it comes to having a character like Yumiella who is overpowered. So understandable that it went pretty smoothly and all that with that with the twist of Alicia stabbing Yumiella in the back, because that's just how the game is. And I know that, like, Yumiella's over here orchestrating a love event, essentially. Like, she was trying to trigger a romance flag for Alicia and Edwin. And then Oswald and William, the fucking suckers, dude, getting out here being the third and fourth wheel. And according to Yumiella, the power of love has removed the curse, or removed Alicia's, what is it, I forgot what her control, the control of the game, right? That has freed her from it. But, like, honestly, again, I wouldn't show my back to her. We do have this moment with Patrick where he asks Yumiella to take the amulet of protection and wear it. You know, even if she might not need it, he wants her to wear that in case something happens. You know, at the very least, he worries about her, and if she's wearing that, he can worry a little bit less, knowing that she has that amulet of protection and whatnot. And in the end, it came in a bind, right? When she got fucking shanked by Alicia, it's the thing that saved her. So I really enjoy that, and it's this is also Patrick, like, being overly cautious as well. That is, in the end, saving Yumiella, because Yumiella, knowing that she's level 99, she doesn't really have, like, a dangerous awareness for the most part, because there's not a lot of things in the world that can kill her, other than Alicia. So the Valschien army's out here fighting, and the kids in high school are also fighting. Again, you know, that's my favorite part, when you're out here going to war with the demon lord and whatnot. They're just like, all right, high schoolers, come on in. Like, we've been training you this whole time, so get in the battlefield, kids. So we head on over to the demon lord's castle, which is just the decrepit AF. You know, these people really coming out here ready to tear up his castle, even though he technically was the one who tore it out first. Oh yeah, we also have this moment where Yumiella asks Alicia, because she's just like, I'm just trying to lighten the mood, you know? So she asks her, like, who do you like most out of here? Like, really just fucking asking her like that? Like, you know, could we just ask her when she's alone? But no, ask her in front of all the boys. That'll fucking get him, you know? We also had Edwin talk about how there are no mentions of, well, there are no records of this area, and, you know, this was the thing that he was looking at in episode 1, because he was hoping that there was going to be something that will help in defeating the Demon Lord. There you go. I had a brain fart right there. So they came into the Demon Lord's place. This was a trap, so the three of them got captured. Alicia, Oswald, and William. And the Demon Lord appears, you know, he's just a dude in a dark knight outfit with a staff that looks like with like a heart, it looks like, on the inside. So Yumiella takes a slash at the Demon Lord's helmet, and that causes his helmet to break, and we see that this is just you know, the Demon Lord's just a pale-skinned man with dark hair. He goes on to this, like, explanation about, like, he was one of the closest person to the first king when this place was, like, all in, like, a big war zone and all that, and the first king united all these people and created the kingdom of Valschien. But the king only wanted his power, and thus, now that he didn't need it anymore, for the most part, he banished him and tried to get him murked, because, you know, somebody with a lot of power is a little too dangerous, you know, like, they are they're a dangerous asset, you know, like, they're good if you're able to use them, but, like, once you're done with that job, might as well get rid of them before they turn on you or whatnot, you know? That's just how that shit goes. So They tried to kill him. His hatred for humans ends up turning him into a demon lord, and I would presume, since he turned into the demon lord and being all this and all that, and the king being like, oh, we hate people with black hair now because they are related to the demon lord, so fuck all these people with dark hair, am I right? Get him out of here! And we have the age-old question of humanity. Do they really have a right to live or not? You know, humans are just fucking assholes out here, always ready to hurt each other, and we see a lot of hurt on the internet, on the news, and all that, you know, and people, and a company thrives off of, like, human suffering, you know, that's how they get money and all that. So, thinking about that, you know, that's kind of like, the side of, like, fuck all humans, you know, kind of like, why can I not remember his name right now from X-Men? I don't know why I currently can't remember his name, but, you know, the whole phrase of, like, he was right, and why can I not remember? Anyways, Magneto! There you go, okay. You know, it's sort of like that sort of position, and, like, I get it, you know, that feeling of, like, hopelessness that, like, humans will never change, and if they do change, they're going to change for the worse, and, like, it doesn't matter how long it's been, things will always stay the same, the oppressed will continue to get oppressed, and I feel like in the current world, maybe it can definitely feel that way, but at the same time, you know, you have to come to realize that there's so much progress that we've had throughout our year here on Earth, and it's like, and you know, like, and like some people thinking like, oh, 2024, you know, these 2020s and all that, they're absolutely horrible. And it's just like, dude, fucking, like, first of all, if you're not a straight white male, all right, like, I don't want to hear anybody talk about how they want to go back to the old days. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Unless you are a straight white man who's also preferably rich, because that would help you a lot better if you were, like, back in the older days. But, like, if you are not that, I don't want to hear anybody fucking talking about how they wish that they were back in the old days. How, like, oh, the 1950s would have been a great time for me, and, like, you know, like, I see a person of color talking about how, like, the 50s would be a great place, and I'm like, no, it isn't, like, stop. Anyways, what I'm just trying to say is, you know, I'm much more on Yumiella's side. As easy as it is, I feel, to be on the Demon Lord's side and just be like, let's just get rid of everybody. You know, Yumiella has chosen, and as we saw in the last episode, she has chosen the path of long suffering, essentially, where she's willing to take up the mantle as, I forgot what the name of the, not a lord, but like the mantle of like her family and stuff, right? And she's willing to do that in order to change the world, or at least Valschien, in the way that they see dark-haired people, right? She wants equality and no more discrimination for people with dark hair. So like she's decided that that's what she wants to do, and she has seen the goodness in this world, right? Somebody like Patrick. And it's, and again, it kind of, well, not again, but it kind of goes into the idea of like, well, there might be a lot of bad people in the world, but there's also a lot of good people in the world who have done, again, good for the world, but like, those things are never really broadcast. It's always the bad things, the bad people who are broadcast, and we are often seeing that because that generates more emotion and currencies and all that. So like, we often see the bad side of things a whole lot more than we do see the good things, and I do think that there are a lot of good people in the world. It's just that when you are good, you know, you typically don't advertise it. You don't go around telling people that you are a kind person, that you are a good person and whatnot. So like, I do feel like that there are a lot of good people in the world. It's just that they're just doing their own things. You know, and that's basically it. I don't know where I was going on this rant. Yeah, I mean, that's, again, it's just that age-old questions that go through. I mean, it's, you know, that whole question in Attack on Titan and all that, with the way that Eren Yeager thinks. So, there's that whole spiel, but there's this one thing that I thought was interesting, where the Demon Lord explains his story, and then Yumiella goes and says, you know, I already know about that because I've played the game, and I was surprised. So I was like, oh, she does know about it. Okay, you know, she's been keeping it a secret this whole time. That's totally fine. But then I was wondering why she was surprised when Linus told her that the Demon Lord is only planning on attacking Valschien. I guess, like, I suppose she knows that detail. It's just that she never connected it together. You know, that the Demon Lord had a bad relationship with the Valschians. And so because of that, they, So because of that, okay, I've just lost my train of thoughts. Uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, Yumiella just didn't connect the fact that the Demon Lord has a problem with Valschien, and that means that he would probably only attack Valschien. But I suppose she probably thought of, like, because he's the Demon Lord, of course he would want to take over the world and all that. And I mean, when you hear him talk, he's like, I have a hatred for human. The only thing that I live for now is to fulfill my hatred. But I suppose his hatred's only for Valschien. But then he also talks about that age-old question, a little classic argument and all that about whether humans should be allowed to live or not. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm just gonna scratch all that out. Anyways, Yumiella defeated the Demon Lord, which means that we are done with the final, well, the last to final sequence, the second to last, Jesus Christ, sequence, which means that the only thing left, right, is to kill Yumiella. Let's see, where is it? She's just over here talking, and then everybody shooketh as Alicia's just out here fucking stabbing her. Goddamn, dude. Goddamn. But again, it's a good thing that she's got the amulet of protection. Although I will say, pretty fucking savage of Alicia to just ready to hold her sword. Like, yo, dog, Yumiella's on the ground, and Alicia's just like, I'm ready. I'm gonna fucking stab you a few more times. She's a murderer. So Yumiella pinpoints this to the Demon Lord cursing her, because that is the only logical way to say it, you know? You can't just be like, oh, it's the game's controlling her, like, what? But, yeah, Alicia is unable to control, which I thought was very interesting, because here at this point, now she actually has her consciousness. Well, I mean, she knows, she's fully aware of, like, the things that she's doing, but here, she's actually able to, like, control her vocal cords, at the very least, you know? But she just can't control her body still. And I really like Yumiella trying to figure out how to do this because, you know, she doesn't want to fucking kill Alicia. That'd be really bad. And so she just gets Edwin to fucking hug her. And just like, come on now, Alicia. The power of love and friendship will get you through this. I thought it was very funny. Yumiella knows, you know, she knows the cliches and all that. So good, dude. So good. But this ended with these two really was ready to confess. But Edwin, dude, he's always the first to do it. And so he confesses to Alicia, and you know, Alicia's over here like, oh my god, the prince is in love with me, who would have thought? And I'll be honest with you, I don't really care about Alicia and Edwin in terms of their relationship. Like, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but I don't see any fucking chemistry in terms of romance between these two. I don't know, like, I saw Alicia and Edwin, I'm just like, oh, they could be good friends. But it is the game trying to direct these two towards, like, the romance, so, like, you know, whatever. But, again, if it was just me, Alicia and Edwin are just, they just look like good friends to me. I don't know, whatever. Now they're together now, so, cool. R.I.P. Eleonora. And the rest of the ending is just a celebration stuff and like a wrap-up. So nothing too much to talk about it, really. So I'm just gonna go and talk about my feelings about this anime as a whole. So, I will say, as a villainous anime, I really enjoyed it, like, in terms of, like, the comedy and all of that. But I did mention in the last episode that I was starting to feel like my interest in this anime was starting to wane, and I've been trying to figure out what it is. And one of the comments was just like, well, it's probably because you're addicted to Eleonora, to which that is fucking true. I wish there was more Eleonora, so I'm a little upset by that. But, you know, I feel like that's something I can't particularly complain too much about, you know, maybe because maybe that's just how Eleonora's character is. Also, I do wonder, because, like, they're gonna graduate in a year or two, and Yumiella's gonna go back to her place to, you know, look over her land and whatnot. And so I would presume that is what is going to get continued in the light novel and all that, which is, you know, interesting, because Bakarina has, like, gone off of high school now, or the academy and stuff, and, yeah, you know, she's doing her own stuff, and so I would assume that's sort of the way that they're doing that for Villainess Level 99, so that is fun. But I will say, this anime, it doesn't really give me the feel, like, the need to actually continue on with the story. That's how I feel about it anyways. Like, I do like the interest of, like, how the world is fleshed out compared to the game and all that. Again, the things that they did, right, in the way that they made Yumiella as a character, right, her personality shines. I was gonna say her dull personality, it's kind of like that, you know, like, a little on the down low for Yumiella. But because of that, right, and she's, like, level 99, that's why she's, like, a very big highlight and such. And so, I like Yumiella, but I don't know. I guess I like her, but I don't really have a big attachment to her, which is probably, well, it's not probably, it's a big reason why I don't particularly want to continue on the show, despite me enjoying it. You know, like, I can enjoy a show in the moment, which is why it might feel like a whiplash sometimes when I'm, like, watching a show and it's, like, really funny or something. It's, like, a lot of haha comedy stuff. And then I get into the discussion, I'm just like, oh, it was an alright episode. Because comedy, you know, all the comedic scenes gets me a good laugh for the moment, but I'm not gonna think about it much unless it's, like, super fucking funny and, like, it sticks in my head. But for the most part, comedic stuff, funny, like, haha stuff, I enjoy it in the moment, but I don't really care much about it in retrospect. And that's typically how I feel about comedy, and so this anime involves a lot of comedy. There's a lot of comedic events, and again, they're all enjoyable. I really like them. But do I remember a lot of them? Like, do I even, like, I'm trying to figure out if I even have, like, a favorite one. I'm not really sure. Because, like, you know, obviously, there's, like, the gag that goes with Yumiella, and, like, there's a lot of it, and it gets shown throughout this whole series. And I think one of the things that kind of makes me feel, in terms of, like, why my interest started waning a little bit on the show, is because it started to feel the same in terms of, like, the comedy. And, like, just some of the stuff in the show that I don't particularly, I was gonna say I don't particularly care too much about, but, like, I can't give an example right now. I feel like my memory has been wiped out. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, in terms of, like, the gag and, like, the comedy and all that, despite it was still a little funny, right? Well, still funny, not a little, still funny. I did feel it was starting to get a little stale on me, you know, like, gangs are fun and fine, but when it feels like the same thing over and over, I do get tired of it pretty quickly, and that's, and I feel like that's just kind of how it is for this series. Again, I had an overall fun time, and, but yeah, I'm trying to think back on all the episodes, and things are starting to mesh together for me. I will say, I know that I said that I don't feel very attached to Yumiella, and, like, really, it feels like everybody else, honestly. Like, I thought I would like Alicia, because I like heroine-type characters when it comes to these sort of villainous type stories, because, like, that I typically sort of like the heroine, you know, they're always bright and bubbly and hardworking and diligent and all that. Diligent and hardworking are the same words, aren't they? Anyways, yeah, I thought I was gonna like Alicia, but then it comes out and it's just like Alicia's just okay. You know, I'm just like, whatever. And like Oswald and William, like, I still don't like them, but like they're tolerable. Edwin, I don't know, he's fine too, I guess. You know, like literally the only character out of everybody in this cast that I really, really like and would have an attachment to is Eleonora. It's just barely in the show. So, yeah, I do think that, again, like, oh yeah, and also, like, the animations and stuff. Somebody was talking about how the production for this series might have been, like, very on the low side, and so that's why there's, like, a little bit more of, like, the chibi stuff. And I thought about it, because I was like, you know, I never really thought about the whole chibi stuff going to be a part of, like, the fact that they have a lower budget, because I felt like it seamlessly integrated into the comedy that I didn't really think too much about it being like a low budget thing. And I feel like the quality, for the most part, it maintained a steady quality throughout the whole thing. And honestly, that's the only thing I can hope for anime, is that you keep a constant quality instead of it constantly dipping as like as the fucking show continues. You know, that's my low expectation of anime quality at this point. So like the art, the show, like I do very much enjoy how everybody minus the dark hair people, they all look like Skittles to me. The fucking soldiers look like kindergartners. Like I just find it very fun. So I do like the coloring of this show, and yeah, overall, you know, I enjoy the steady animation of this. But yeah, I think I finally come to the realization on why my interest teeters off a little bit. It's because I don't care much, actually, for the character cast. And usually, characters are my bread and butter, and I'm just over like, you know, it's whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this show. It was certainly fun. Again, I still enjoyed the experience. And for right now, that's pretty much it, you know? I don't know if I would want to watch it a second time, but who knows? Who knows, you know? Maybe one of these days I'll go watch it again. I'll have a slightly more different opinion, although I will say when it comes to me watching things for a second time, I do end up watching it with a much more critical eye, which, if you don't know, if you go to my anime list, and like, I'll update it from time to time. And like, something that I have it's like a 7 out of 10 or something that I'll have an 8 out of 10 or something, if I go back to it and I think about it in retrospect or something, and then, or if I rewatch it, and typically the rating tends to go down by like 1, because like I just get a little bit more critical in like around my second and third watch. And because like I find like the first experience, I should be able to just allow or accept, allow in most things, like the information that the anime gives me, and so I at least can like enjoy the experience, you know, have a fun experience watching it. And then second or third watch, I'm just like watching it and I'm just over here like, there's something wrong, something there, so this and this, you know, I start poking at it. And usually that's how I tend to have like a lower rating sometimes. Don't check my anime list, by the way. But hey, can't wait for the next community poll and see what they've got. So until then, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you guys when I see you.